This is Nessa from Infinitely Zero's channel. So today is a Sunday, January 21st. Thanks so much for watching. Wanted to show you guys some yarn I had bought from Herrschners from an order that just came in. So this is my Herrschners yarn haul unboxing, and I've been thinking of the idea of possibly working on my first mosaic crochet blanket, and so I kind of got some yarn that I might use to make that. I still haven't decided. The pattern is from Abby McIntyre. It's the Four Seasons. It's really pretty. I really like her patterns and how she writes it out, so I'm gonna give that a try. Anyways, so what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing a hat that I actually made on the circular knitting machine with some Herrschners yarn. I've talked about it in my other videos before. It's I believe it's the Soho, the marled yarn. This cardigan I had also made on the circular knitting machine. I think it's now more than a year ago that I made this cardigan, or 2 years. It's made with Lion Brand Mandala tweed yarn. It's currently, that yarn is discontinued. So when I made this, it's actually, I made it in tubes and joined the tubes. So the body of the cardigan is actually 4 tubes sewn together. Then there's one big long one that does the whole neck part. I made little squares for pockets. That's one pocket. And there's another pocket in the other side because I think pockets are really handy. If I didn't already say that, this is one big tube for the neck. And then the sleeves, I did 2 tubes and seamed them together. I decided to not have the seams outward facing for the sleeves, but I do like it for the rest of the cardigan. And I realized after I made the sleeves like this that they're really warm because it's double knit and it's 2 tubes put together. So going forward from that, the sweaters that I decided to make, I just did 1 tube and then didn't close off the tubes to join, and then just slipped my arm in them. And I find that to be more comfortable and not as thick and as warm, and also not as baggy. So yeah, so pretty simple to make once you figure out the row count. So this one ended up for the one all around the neck was a little short. Hopefully if I ever make it again, I have a better row count for that. So anyways, now on to the yarn. So they're Gradient packs at Herrschners. It's the worsted yarn. They're still on sale. They're $16.99 for a 4-pack. I decided to get some of this Gradient pack for this colorway. Sorry, let me get the paper. Okay, it doesn't say the color, but anyways, I think this one's neutrals. Yeah, that's what it's called. And each of these is 489 yards, 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. They recommend a US size 7/9 needles or an I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So those are the neutrals. This is Aran. This one in between is called, sorry for the crinkling, is Sandstone. This one's Pecan. And this dark one is Espresso. So I was thinking maybe one of the solid colors for the blanket might work. I wasn't sure what color exactly their Aran was. That might be a little too light. I think I may like Sandstone to be my primary color, or Pecan. I haven't decided yet. So I got a few packs of that in case I was going to use that. I got one pack of the pines. This is their greens. This was under the Christmas part, but it's also at that sales price. So this one is leaf. This next one is called meadow. This is meadow. This is dark moss. This dark green one. And this one here is called sleet. So that's really pretty. It's like kind of like a grayish green. So yeah. So I got a pack of that. I also got some of their gradients, and then within the regular Herrschners colors, they had some variegated ones. And I'll go into what the prices are for those in a bit. I just have this right here, more accessible right now. So I had seen this on one of Mama G Gear's videos, and it looked really cool what she was making with it, her make. I did know at the time when I bought it that it was thin. It was a DK weight 3. I think I forgot in the meantime from when I ordered it when it arrived here, and then when it got here a few days later, I'm like, oh, this is so thin. But anyways, what she's doing looks beautiful, so hopefully she'll put a tutorial out for it. If not, Mama G Gear, let me know. I think it was like a granny stitch, but it was just working up like really pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta buy that yarn. So it's the Soho Twirly Whirl from Herrschners. They had a few different color packs. This is the purple blue multi. I think it looks better this way. And then if you look in there, it just kind of swirls into different cool colors. It's not very, it's a little soft. It's not very super soft. It looks softer than it feels. It's softer than Red Heart Super Saver, but yeah, it's okay. And they kind of covered up the label. So it's I think machine wash, dry flat, and 319 yards, 100% acrylic yarn. I bought the 5-pack. The 5-pack was I think $9.85 for a 5-pack. So each skein comes out to $1.97, a little bit less than $2 a skein, which is pretty cool. This is how the 5-pack comes. For some reason, some of their 5-packs sometimes for me come cut open, so I don't know if they accidentally cut them open when they're opening boxes and cutting, because this one wasn't cut like that. So this is the other colorway. And this was labeled the blue-green multi, which is also very pretty too. And I figured if I needed to make something a lot larger, I could probably put both of those together if I needed to, or order more. Yeah, so I'm excited to try that. It'll probably also work up great on the circular knitting machine. So I want to talk about a project I had already done. I believe I made this 2 years ago, and I hadn't used it very much. I've been using it now more lately. So I had bought some yarn that was on sale from Lion Brand a few years back, which was the Go For Fleece Sherpa yarn, which is this yarn. I still have some left over, this is their actual Merlot colorway, so I still need to make something out of this. It's actually really quick to make because it's really thick yarn. They classify it as a jumbo. It's nice and soft. It's very bulky. It doesn't feel very heavy in the skein, but once you work it up, the project gets very, very heavy very quickly. They currently have this on sale on Lion Brand site, by the way, for $6.84. The regular price is $8.99. I'll read you the Lion Brand one because I actually found this on Herrschner's site, which this is the one that I picked out, as well as with a pretty orange that has like different color flecks in it. So I bought these to try it out and to see how close it resembles to this, because it seemed like the Herrschners one would come out way cheaper. So for Lion brands, they classify it as a 7. It's 6.5 ounces, 184 grams. It's 89 yards, or 81 meters, 100% polyester, machine wash, gentle, and lay flat to dry. I have not washed the projects that I made with it yet. And they recommend a size 15 knitting needles, or 10 millimeters, and a Q19 15 millimeter hook, crochet hook. Again, this is the color Merlot, which is 189. And that's how it looks like. It's really nice and soft. I think a blanket out of this stuff would be great. I haven't made a blanket out of it yet. I did make a coat, a Sherpa coat, and I also made a pullover. The pullover I'm not going to show in the video today. If you guys really want to see it, you could put it in the comments, and then I'll make a separate video and show that. I haven't used the pullover yet. For me, the pullover, I feel like it came out a little tight, and it's really bulky, and I grew up and lived most of my life in Florida. I'm not used to like really bulky things like that. It feels weird. I also don't like wintry, like those puff jackets either. So yeah, so that I believe that's part of the reason, because I also made a coat out of this stuff that I didn't use the coat that much. I hadn't used it at all, and then it was also heavy. So it's been really cold, and I've been having to walk the dog at night, because he likes to go for a walk at night, and he really likes to only go to the bathroom when he goes on a walk and not in the dog yard. So I've been like putting on a sweater, or like a hoodie, and zip that up and then put this over it. So it's been nice. Apparently when I don't do that, and it's really cold, like in the teens, I've actually feel the cold breeze through the holes that are made in it. And also this yarn, you don't see the stitches when you work with it, so you have to definitely go by feel. So that did take getting some used to. So this is the Sherpa coat. So this pattern is from Mama and A Stitch. They have the kits still for sale on Lion Brand's site, as well as the one for the pullover, which is by the Make and Do crew. I can't remember. I think this might have been either the medium or the large that I made. And I think back then I used like 7 or 8 skeins of this yarn, and I ran out of yarn by the time I got to the hood. Maybe it's because my sweater was a little bigger, or my coat was a little bigger, or was a little longer. I like my things to be bigger when they're winter stuff. This I feel is pretty much like really true to size. So this is what it looks like. Yes, I added buttons. So I made these buttons. Sometimes they slide out when you put them in the holes. I know it's really big. It's like literally a coat. I got my Sherpa coat. I made these really cool pockets. I can't remember if hers had this design or if they were straight. So yeah, it's past my waist on me. This is how my sleeves are. This is the back. So when I ended up running out of yarn for the hood, I had a really hard time then when I had gotten this yarn to get more of it. And it's, it just wasn't in stock, and it was just hard to get, or it was like a lot pricier. Anyways, so I decided to use, here's my hood. So I ended up using woolies, and I kind of did like a makeshift like ad back there, and I tried to match the color as close as I could with woolies, which I think is fine. I don't think it's really noticeable when you're wearing it. And then I had done these little makeshift ties here with the leftover yarn, which I've never really used. If I had more yarn, I would have made nicer ties. I still think it's better to make ties out of something that isn't this yarn, so that it won't break or shed on you. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I was thinking maybe I can make another one of these. Oh, that thing weighs a ton. And just, that was a workout. And just make it a little bigger. So when I saw this yarn at that like just discombobulated me at Herrschners, I was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. So this is what I saw. It was the Soho Sherpa soft yarn. They categorize it as a 6, super bulky. This is about half of the size of this other one. This one is 43 yards or 40 meters, 3.5 ounces, where this ball is 6.5 ounces. It's also 100% polyester, machine wash, lay flat to dry, made in China. They recommend smaller hook size and needle size. They say a 6mm J10 or a 6.5mm 10.5 US knitting needles. I'll show you what, because I didn't show that before, the Lion brand one. And that's this one. Sorry for covering my face. There we go. And if you actually look at these, I don't know, looks pretty much like the same yarn to me, just in a different colorway, even though one's categorized as 7 and the other's categorized as 6. This one might be a little thinner, but not by much. They look pretty exact to me. So now what you all guys, oh, and they feel exactly the same. Maybe this one a little softer, but definitely nice and fluffy and great, and smells good. So these currently on Herrschner's site go for $2.99 a skein. The 5-pack is cheaper. It comes out to $2.49 a skein. So that's what I would recommend. Just make sure that you calculate that you have enough for whatever project you're going to make, because it's going to take a lot of yarn. For example, I mean, I think I used 7 or 8 skeins in that, and I ran short. And you really don't want to run short. So, and that was of these bigger balls, right? So if you're doing that and this, that's at least 14 skeins. So I think maybe going up to 16 would be in the safe side. So I may not have ordered enough. I tried. This is the other, and you can also make a cute bucket hat to go with that. A scarf would be lovely in that. This is the other colorway. Oh, sorry. So this colorway is the gray that they have on the site. It's called Timberwolf, WOLF. And this one, it's going to be easier to read it to you like this, is Mandarin for the color name. And you see what I mean about the cool specs in it? So I think this is really cool when it shows up like that. I only bought a little bit of this because I wasn't sure. Ooh, I guess it sheds a little bit. I wasn't sure what the quality would be, or, you know, how it felt, or any of that. So I was like, let me not get too much and let me get only a pack of the orange, and if I'd like the color. But even for trim on some of this, you can use like a few strands put together to make it thicker, and it would look really nice. I think this would also make a really cool little guy, like my owl that's over there, like on the shelf over there. The little one that I made that's brown, that I made a video out of. I think you could probably make some cute figures with this type of yarn too. Maybe more than one strand if you want it really furry and bulky. Sorry for the crinkles. And then I got some Gradience yarn from the worsted 8. It has the same specs as the other worsted 8. This one's a little more. It's $4.97. It's so pretty. This is the color Jungle. So I was thinking it'd be nice for the transition within the mosaic for it. This one's Marina, which is their pretty blue, the Gradience. Oh yeah, and they come with like an easy full start. So this is 489 yards. This is the Bing Cherry color. Also very pretty. And I got this one, which is Sunrise, which is also very pretty. They're yellow. I saw they had these smaller packs, these little multi-packs of their worsted threes yarn. So I was going to try that out because I figured there was some smaller parts within that Afghan. And I had never used these and I had never ordered them. So I'm like, sure. I mean, maybe then I don't have that much yarn left over when I do use this. And then if I know the color and if I need more, I can always order a big ball and the worsted 8 of this color or the 12. Seems like when I did a price comparison of the amount of yardage per cost, the 12, their jumbo, is more pricey. So it actually comes out more convenient to get their 8, especially when it's on sale at $4.47. So these smaller balls, which are so cute, are 85 grams, 183 yards, 168 meters. It's the same specs as these. The color packs I got in these, let me see if they put it, oh no, they just call them Amigurumi color packs. One was Woodland, which is the green one I'll show in a bit. This was Polar. I got a Jungle one. I'll show that one too. And there was a Safari one. The Safari one's on back order, so I won't have that one to show to you. This is the Woodland one, which is beautiful, like greens and browns, which I think is great. And this one was the Jungle, which I think are really pretty colors. But I think this is a good way if you haven't used their yarn yet, because I have bought their yarn. I haven't used this yet in any projects, like Orca and all that. But if you're not sure of the colors that you want to do, or maybe I want to make amigurumi and you don't want a bunch of yarn left over, I think this is a great idea. And these packs come out to $8.97. And you're getting 5 little skeins. Yeah. So that's my thought on that. So I've been wanting to make some blankets and wanted some, what's that called? Variegated yarn. So I had seen these colors of theirs, and they have some of the kits, and the kits just come with a solid color that matches these variegated colors. Sorry, getting the rest of the yarn. And then it has like a stripe in there, and I have the kit, so I have the pattern for that. And I'm like, well, maybe if I just got some of these, and these are on sale right now at $4.47. You find them under the regular worsted 8 solid colors. Like if you scroll down, then they have these specific ones. Because if you go under the stripes, these aren't under the stripes. It took me a while to realize that. And they aren't under the Celebrate either. So this is the Spice colorway in there. And this is also the same specs as the other worsted 8, you know, the 489 yards and all that. So that's some yellows and some turquoise blue and some red and some brown in there. So looks really fun. Looks a bit like, you know, retro 70 kind of thing. This one is a macchiato, which I thought was really beautiful. It's really pretty. I may eventually order more of this, you know, for like a bigger project. I'm not sure how the striping works up, so I'd be curious to see how the striping works for like something like a cardigan or a sweater. This is Rainy Day. So they have a kit where, you know, this is like on the band and then the whole thing is blue. And then they have like some teal or turquoise in there. So it's like purple with turquoise and teal and some light blue in there. Very pretty. And then this one's their Fern Garden color. I think this would look great mixed in with this pines, with this whole, that'd make for a beautiful blanket, that whole combination. And then I had ordered one ball of their Aran color to see what the color looked like, if I liked it. And it's a little whiter than what I was expecting, for, you know, the shade that I have in mind for the mosaic blanket for the main color. I always have a feeling that I feel like if it's too white, it's going to get dirty really easily and all that. So I feel like a cream or a beige or light gray is nicer. So yeah. So anyways, that's everything I wanted to show you guys for today. I can't show the sweater that I just finished making yet because the designer hasn't released the pattern yet. So yeah. And I'm working on I finished that one. I'm working on a second one, which is a long, bulky cardi, which she's also going to release. Those patterns are free. And I finished the body of it. I've been working on the sleeve. The sleeve is here. I'm using Premier's chunky bamboo anti-pilling yarn, and it's lovely. It's really soft. I had gotten it on sale. I show it on my Premier unboxing, like the second video of the unboxing. Turns out I had ordered enough, so I think it's like 14 skeins. I'm hoping I don't run out. So yeah, this is the sleeve. I actually ended up seaming and closing it today, and then realized after I did that I did it the wrong way. That it was supposed to be, you know, inward and then slip stitch. And then when you reverse it, you don't see the stitching and everything is nice and inside. And I didn't do that. I actually seamed it with the right side facing out. And I didn't realize it until I was done. And I'm like, man, I really see those seams. Those stitches are really sticking out. And I double checked the pattern and I had done it wrong. So I had to undo the whole thing. So, so frustrating. But yeah, it's just a really pretty stitch pattern. So I'll talk more about that when she releases that pattern. And the Sherpa coat pattern, as well as the sweater one pullover by Make and Do Crew, those are free. And you can find them on Lion Brand's website or on both of those designer blogs websites. So yeah. So I hope you have a really nice Sunday if you see this Sunday, or if you see it on another day. Hope you have a nice day then. And if you like the content, you like the videos that you've been seeing that I've been putting out, please click like and subscribe. So thanks so much. Bye.